You know, there's about 1 million different cars you can buy today. You can get a 4-wheel car, a 3-wheel car. You can even get an 8-wheel car that runs on gas or diesel or even French fry oil. But no matter how different those cars are, one thing I can tell you is that they were all produced the exact same way. They roll down a production line and they end up in your driveway. Does it have to be this way? One guy doesn't think so, and that guy's name is Jay Rogers.
Jay is changing the car game, from the way that cars are designed
So tell me about this car. It's awesome.
to the way they're built
What guy does not want to build their own car?
to how they affect the environment.
We started this business to be focused on efficiency and
Yeah.
sustainability.
For the first time, you can buy a car that you can help design
Who's Sung Ho Kim?
So he won the competition to design this car.
and build in a user-friendly factory by none other than yourself.
I'm putting the engine in my car.
Oh, and don't worry if you've never built anything before. They figured out a way that anyone can build a car, even if you don't know your tranny from your shocks. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, hanging with inventor Jay Rogers,
I love your Ford.
talking to car lovers about something near and dear to Jay's heart: how cars are made.
Do either of you guys think you could make your own car like an old school mechanic?
No.
If my family was up to it, yeah.
I would love to try.
I need some
You'd be
help,
game for it,
but I'd
though.
be game
Yeah.
for it.
You'd be game for it.
Jay is building a company based on the belief that if you give regular people the right tools and guidance, they can build their own cars.
You think you could go in there and make the car with them?
Yes.
Think I could?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Think you could?
Sure.
This is what I'm talking about.
Jay grew up a lover of cars and a student of the industry. His grandfather owned the legendary Indian Motorcycle Company. But it was his experience in the Marines that led to his eureka moment. Jay was amazed to see how small units of regular soldiers could achieve extraordinary goals with good instruction and the right equipment. Jay figured, why not use this same method to revolutionize car building for ordinary citizens?
You don't buy a car, you get an experience.
So, he built a micro factory full of tools, instructional videos, and builder trainers who help you, the consumer, build a kick-ass vehicle.
I did that.
The first micro factory is here in Chandler, Arizona, where you can build Local Motors' first car to go into production, the Rally Fighter.
This is it, huh? Local Motors, where all the action happens?
Yeah, isn't it amazing?
It is amazing. So that's your car?
That's my car.
That's your car right there?
Yeah, and I made it right here with my family, just like any other customer would. No difference, even though I'm the boss.
Who's Sung Ho Kim?
So he won the competition to design this car.
Sung Ho Kim, who designed the actual body type.
More fair to say he designed the car.
Not only do you, Joe Blow, build the car, but regular folks designed it too. It was born on the internet, where regular folks, professionals, car enthusiasts, anyone who's interested basically, gather to submit designs and vote on whose design will go into production. Sung Ho Kim's Rally Fighter got the most votes, so it became Local Motors' debut vehicle.
So tell me about this car. It's awesome.
It's a full space frame car. Roll cage goes right over the top. The first car that we built, we put a diesel engine in it.
Yeah.
But parts availability, if you break it in the middle of the desert, is an issue.
Yeah.
So this engine was more available, easier to service, and so we went to this engine.
This is kind of weird to ask, because these things might be very personal to you, but you think I can sit in your car?
Absolutely. We've got full AC and heat. I've got an iPad as my dashboard. Take it in and out of the car with me.
Yeah.
We've got other people that have put bumping stereos in here
course
that
they
would
have.
just crush anything else out on the
Really?
road.
How fast does this thing go?
Off-road, the fastest we've been is 120
Miles an hour?
miles an hour.
Is it street legal?
Sure is.
So what are the critics going to say? I can imagine they're going to say gas guzzler.
We started this business to be focused on efficiency and
Yeah.
sustainability.
Yeah.
And basically what that means is it's almost half the weight of anything else in its class. So it gets about 22 miles per gallon on the highway, but
Oh.
it's not 7 miles per gallon that the
Exactly.
cars that can do the same things that it does get.
I just want to start your car.
Let's start it up.
Can I start it? And
Yeah.
so it's a twist the key.
Press engine
like a
start.
rocket ship.
Like a rocket ship.
Yeah, nice. I love it.
Local Motors only has 20 full-time employees, but they have another workforce, what they call the Local Motors community.
Well, the Local Motors community is basically a community of about 25,000 enthusiasts, designers and engineers, and they come to our website to participate in various ways, either by contributing their designs or giving feedback and advice to other designers.
This community has not only come up with 60,000 car concepts, but will also decide where Local Motors will set up shop next, and what the next car will be that goes into production.
Okay, so Local Motors has decided they want a new car. How do you go from we need a new design to actually having something on the floor?
Since it's Local Motors, we want to find out where people want the next Local Motors car and the next Local Motors microfactory.
And then what?
Well, once we got a location down, then we could sort of start the process of honing in on what that actual design might look at.
The community is starting to tell you specifically what their needs and objectives are in a vehicle.
They tell us what they want, and we can come back to them with a design brief and say, we've taken all your ideas, compressed it down into this design brief. Does this make sense to you?
I know that in Detroit, they spent years getting a car to market. For you guys, how fast is the process?
For the Rally Fighter, I guess it was 18 months to a prototype.
That's it?
Yeah.
What kind of moolah are we saving by doing it this way?
Most development programs for cars cost around $300 million. From the first sketch of the Rally Fighter to the first 4 that we built was under $2 million.
So that's less than 1% the cost of what it is for like Detroit to bring a car to market.
But Jay and Local Motors aren't just about being new and cyber. They're about being more efficient, and sometimes that means using old school craftsmanship.
What is this called?
A chassis jig.
Think of the chassis jig as the mold in which the frame of the car is assembled, and the car frame is made the old-fashioned way, welded by hand.
So this is a perfect template, right? You're going to end up with that same chassis every time, right?
Exactly.
And what's your process called?
This is called a space frame technology.
A space frame.
Yeah, so it's more rigid,
Yeah.
more strong, if
Yeah.
you will. It's lighter weight.
You've pretty much gone old school.
That's right, we had to go old school in order to go new school.
Once the chassis is welded tight, it's lifted out of the rig and moved on to stage 2.
We put it on a spin jig, like a big luau pork rotisserie.
This thing here?
That's what this is right here.
Can we spin it?
Sure, let's spin it. You're gonna lift it up when I unlock it. You can flip it up now.
You want me to lift it?
Yeah, go ahead, lift it up. There we go, and I'm gonna stop it. You can get in here,
Yeah.
and you can get your brake lines done, and you can put all the fasteners that you want, your fuel lines.
So this is the underside of the car here.
Yep. And if you want it tilted a little
I would
bit
feed
more.
it through and.
That's right, and let's spin it back down.
Okay. So
So-
we're right back where we started?
Right back where we started, and Andrew, the one
Wheels
thing
going around.
you gotta know about this, this is your frame.
This is mine?
That's right, you're getting to see the beginning of what will be your beast.
You're making an assumption that, I want one of these vehicles. I haven't actually driven the thing yet.
The question is, should I get behind the wheel with a guy who makes cars like they were pigs on a spit?
Did you want to go around that?
Hell yeah.
This is never going to end, is it?